Alright, what is up everyone? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 17 Baek Battles. And I don't know why the lighting is always like this. I don't know. It like switches like on and off. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But if you haven't checked out the last episode, definitely go check that out. We're not playing the trainer battle. Let's go Totem Pokemon. We haven't done that for a while. But we got Def from Japan with a 1648 rating. If you haven't watched the last episode, go check it out. Otherwise, let's see. We got a Metagross, Tapu Lele, Goodra, Arcanine, Gengar, and Mandibuzz. So it's a very, very interesting team. Is this Bulldoze? I would assume it's like a Bulldoze. A weakness policy set on the Metagross and the Tapu Lele Mandibuzz. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Torkoal Lilligant's pretty not solid in this matchup, I don't think. Oh, this is going to be a very hard matchup. I don't know what really does well against this team. Okay, I think Weavile Gyarados does pretty well overall as a lead, because I think my opponent leads like Mandibuzz, Tapu Lele, maybe Mandibuzz Arcanine, maybe a Goodra lead is also potential. I think Torkoal in the back and Lilligant. I really want to bring Xurkitree. I haven't brought Xurkitree at all in the past games, but I think Lilligant's a better call because my opponent doesn't have like a best counters to terrain. So I think Lilligant is the smartest call no matter what here. This is going to be, I don't know, this matchup doesn't look that great in my favor. So we'll see how this goes here. That Mandibuzz is going to be such a problem, especially with Arcanine. Goodra is also an annoying Pokemon for this team. This team has a lot of issues against my opponent's team. It's definitely not unwinnable though, but it's going to be pretty tough. Let's see how this goes. It's going to be the Arcanine and Goodra lead, so no Mandibuzz on the field, which is not bad but not good. Let's see whose Intimidate goes first, because this might determine my move from turn 1. Pressure. Arcanine goes first with the Intimidate. Does Goodra carry Thunderbolt in this generation? Well, I know it can carry Thunderbolt, but I'm like, does it really carry it? I know Sludge Bomb's a thing. Maybe Ice Beam or Dragon Pulse, depending on your preference, or Draco Meteor. I feel like it would. Well, Flamethrower 100%. And what'd be the last set on Goodra? Thunderbolt? I think it would be Thunderbolt. Okay. Or Muddy Water, maybe. My opponent doesn't have a way to double protect. I think Icy Wind is the smartest call and just protect here. I kind of want to scout what kind of sets these are. I want to see if it's like Thunderbolt on Goodra, which actually switches out. So, Tapu Lele coming back in. Okay, so preventing a fake out, which makes sense. I don't think Fake Out was the... Probably Wall Charge here, I would imagine, because I don't see Flare that's coming out here. So we're going to protect our Gyarados here as we do get an Icy Wind off. Does connect with both of my opponent's Pokemon. I don't know, we're still in a tough position. As speed falls on both of them, and let's see what the Arcanine goes for. It's going to be the Wall Charge. So I do call that right, at least. Okay. Now it's pretty problematic because I don't know what my opponent's gonna do. I probably might like Protect is a play. I think either Protect or Switch out. I think I want to call the Protect play. So I'm gonna Earthquake, well, Tectonic Rage to Arcanine. I'm gonna trade my Gyarados for Arcanine. Hopefully that does withdraw. That's not good. Goodra coming out. Yeah, I should have predicted that. I kind of was. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Okay, that was not the correct play by any means of the imagination. I forgot that Feint counts as like a move that can be blocked by Psychic Terrain. Alright, so Tectonic Rage here into the Goodra. Probably a -1 does about 30%. 40%, okay. And the Lele carries Thunderbolt, and okay. Gyarados does go down. This isn't over. We always have Sleep Powder. It's Life Orb Tapu Lele, which knocks out my Torkoal in one shot. So I think I gotta go to Lilligant and click Sleep Powder in this Tapu Lele. Oh boy, this isn't looking good at all. I mean, it's still winnable if my opponent has... We gotta rely on the sleep turns. You gotta rely on the sleep turns. Let's Ice Punch the Goodra and Sleep Powder the Lele. I think my opponent should switch out into Arcanine. For the... Well, actually, you could switch out Arcanine for either Pokemon, to be honest, because I'm not targeting the... Okay, we do see Tapu Lele withdraw into Arcanine. Yep, that makes sense. That will be able to make the Goodra live Ice Punch, or you could switch out the Goodra into Arcanine. I think that was also a safe play. Let's see. Sleep Powder. Well, first let's see if Ice Punch can pick up a knockout. No, it doesn't. Not even close. No freeze. Sleep Powder does connect on the Arcanine, so that allows this game to be potentially possible. As Goodra gonna fire up a Sludge Bomb, shouldn't be able to knock out Lilligant, but yeah, we're good. No poison, which is very nice. Let's go for the Ice Punch here into the Goodra slot, and do I want to Sleep Powder the Goodra in case it switches out? Because I want to try to go into Torkoal, but I don't think Torkoal is the play. Yeah, I'm just going to Sleep Powder. There's no point in going for a Leaf Storm or my Bloom Doom just yet, as we do see Goodra withdraw, so that's alright. Tapu Lele is going to come in. Excellent. Okay, this isn't bad at all. Now it's not bad at all. We get an Ice Punch, we get chip damage on the Lele, and if we connect Sleep Powder, this is fantastic. Arcanine stays asleep as we get a Sleep Powder off into Tapu Lele, so this game doesn't look terrible. It just depends on if Arcanine wakes up or not the next turn. I think I have to rely on Arcanine staying asleep for one more turn though to win this game. And, oh right, I already used my Z move. I'm going to go for a Leaf Storm into Arcanine, then I need to put in the range for where Eruption can knock it out, potentially. So, go out into Torkoal, get the Sun up. I wonder if Goodra dies to Eruption at the range it's at. I don't think it does. But Arcanine wakes up and gets the Flare Blitz off. That should be game. Well, that's a target down. Okay, yeah, target down Lilligant. We needed to get Sleep Powder off, then I could after Eruption. Maybe we could have had a chance to win this game otherwise, because Goodra can't exactly freely switch in. But yeah. But we'll still try. I don't think maybe my opponent double switches. I'm just gonna fake out Eruption here. Fake out Eruption, hope for something, hope for like a mega crit with the Eruption. Well, it's offensive Arcanine, so maybe it'll go down. But yeah, my opponent makes a smart call, switches out Arcanine into Goodra. Oh wow, that was actually in range for Eruption, I think. Well, maybe not. We do get Fake Out off. My opponent's still asleep, okay. Something's coming out. Here comes Eruption. In the Sun, that should knock out both my opponent's Pokemon. Yes, okay, it's a 2v2. We're not getting dominated. We're not getting dominated. We're not getting dominated. Let's see, it's gonna be the Arcanine, and what's in the back? Maybe if it's something really Torkoal weak that can't touch it, maybe we could win. Maybe it's like Metagross. Arcanine comes out. Gengar. And now I think we lose, right? I think I'm just gonna Icy Wind Heat Wave. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do. I'm pretty sure Sludge Bomb. Yep, Sludge Bomb into Torkoal. That does so much damage. Icy Wind. Ah, we missed a Gengar. Okay, what I was thinking of, break the Gengar Sash with Icy Wind, get a little chip damage on the Arcanine, depending on, it's going to go for Flare Blitz, or Wild Charge. Can we live that? We actually do live it. Heat Wave. Oh, that's Scarf Gengar actually, isn't it? It went before my Weavile? He curse bodied me. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's Scarf Gengar. Okay. Maybe... Can we freeze in the Sun? Yes, we can freeze in the sun, just not Primal Sun. Freeze Arcanine. I don't know, do something, Weavile. Missing that Icy Wind on Gengar sucks because we might have had a chance. Yeah, it's definitely Scarf. Okay, we could have had a chance. Ice Punch. Oh, we could have actually had a chance. Because my opponent, we would have gotten 2 more Ice Punch at the least. Because let's say Gengar did go down to the Icy Wind. What would happen then is that... Okay, my opponent's not a Z move either. Well, not a berry. So if Icy Wind hit, it would have knocked out the Gengar. It's Torkoal at 17 HP with Weavile at full health versus the Arcanine who went for the Wild Charge the last turn. So my opponent has to knock out my Torkoal slot. So I just click Nature's Power, which would turn to Tri Attack, and Ice Punch the Arcanine. And if my opponent goes for the Flare Blitz into Weavile, predicting Protect from Torkoal, Tri Attack will knock it out at the range it's at. And if it goes for the Wall Charge, I think 2 Ice Punches might have been able to do the Arcanine in. I don't know. Maybe with that little bit of recall that the Arcanine would have taken from Wall Charge. I'm not exactly sure. But I think we had a chance to win that game. I think we did have a chance to win that game. But turn 1 was not to... Well, turn 2. Turn 2 was not to play. And I definitely should have Tectonic Raged. Tectonic Raging was the worst potential call right there. I was thinking of going for... well, let's see. Even if I did that, like, what could I have done? Like, okay, I predict the Guja switch, but I'm not going to get anything. The Layla has Thunderbolt, and I don't have any switches for after that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I could really do to get myself into a decent position turn 2. The only thing that gave me a chance to get into a decent position in game 2 was going for a knockout onto Arcanine and getting chip damage onto that, Okay, what was I getting chip damage on? The Gudra. I think that was my only shot anyway, so... I guess I should Ice Punch then, because Ice Punch might have actually helped a bit more. But, now let's move on to this game. We got a Mimikyu, Gigalith, Arcanine, Tapu Koko, Garchomp, and Celesteela. So... Oh jeez, why does everything have like a Trick Room user plus Gigalith plus Arcanine? I'm pretty sure Gigalith's minimum speed is... Okay, isn't like Torkoal... Oh wait, no, Gigalith's like 25, right? And Torkoal's like 20? Okay, so if I weaken the Gigalith enough, maybe I have a chance. Maybe. But it looks like... Wait, isn't this like Conan's team? The one that Conan used at Regionals? That got second. Mimikyu, Gigalith, Arcanine, No, he had Gyarados. Okay, Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Celesteela. Okay. I'm assuring that the sets are similar though. I think I'll lead Lilligant Torkoal here because my opponent doesn't exactly have like good switch-ins to this. I don't think Weavile is the call. I think I'll go Tapu Bulu and Gyarados because Weavile doesn't really do much at all other than the KO on Garchomp. I guess Fake Out Pressure is nice as always. Feint is always nice, but I don't feel like it's great here. Especially since it gets knocked out by a lot of things in my opponent's team. Icy Wind might have been helpful though. Icy Wind might have been helpful. We'll see how this goes though. I'm hoping not to get double loss in today's episode, or at least win one game. Lilligant Torkoal will take the field against my opponent. Arcanine Mimikyu, okay. So I doubt this is safety goggles on Arcanine because they don't run safety goggles anymore. I don't know what my opponent wants to do. Maybe switching out Arcanine into the Gigalith, but then again you're taking a Sleep Powder. We could see Koko come in and a Flare Blitz into Lilligant slot. I could definitely see that as a play. So what I'm going to do actually is going to protect the Lilligant here. An Eruption, because I don't think my opponent can target down Torkoal with much damage because Torkoal's high physical defense stat makes it pretty immune to these Pokemon, unless it's Snarl coming out for the Arcanine, but I don't think Snarl's coming out here. I think we see either a Flare Blitz, yeah, we're going to see Mimikyu switch out, so that's probably the Tapu Koko. Nice, called it. I think it was Assault Vest Koko, so I'm pretty sure that's the reason why you risk taking the Sun Boost Eruption. As we protect with Lilligant here, let's see. Hopefully it's not Snarl. Hopefully it's a Flare Blitz. It is a Flare Blitz. Excellent. Oh boy. As the eruption's gonna come out, and this is gonna do a lot of damage. As that knocks out the Torkoal, jeez. I mean the Tapu Koko, so nice. Alright, not bad, not bad, not bad. Let's see what's coming out here though. So my opponent can no longer switch terrain, so I can go into Tapu Bulu next turn and get rid of this terrain forever. Also get my Nature's powered up. We're gonna see Mimikyu come out, which is okay. Kind of want to just Bloom Doom, to be honest. Although Curse can't, like, the Curse set can beat me if it's the Gigalith in the back. But, you know, I think Leaf Storm, well, the Bloom Doom is fine here onto Arcanine, because I don't think Arcanine protects, and if it does, Mimikyu can't go for Trick Room, because then my Torkoal would be able to knock it out with the Bloom Doom damage otherwise. So I'm going to go out into my Tapu Bulu, go for Bloom Doom. It doesn't look like a very special defensive Arcanine. It looks actually pretty offensive here. So I'm going to go into my Tapu Bulu, get that Grassy Surge up, as we're going to get the Bloom Doom off. And I'm guessing it is Torkoal in the back. I mean, Gigalith in the back, so Grassy Terrain boosted Leaf Storm, and Woodhammer might be able to pick up the knockout, actually. So, gonna go for the Bloom Doom here. It's gonna be able to do a lot of damage to, well, should be able to pick up the knockout on Arcanine. It didn't protect at all. Let's see. Come on, Lilligant. Obliterated. Ah, nice. Okay, so Arcanine goes down. That's very good. Trigger? Yes. Okay. Made sense. So I guess I could have protected, sacked my Lilligant here, but I feel like this is the better call because, again, that Gigalith can win the game here. So Gigalith's going to come out. I really want to get rid of this Gigalith because Gigalith's like such a huge threat to my team. I don't think, well, my opponent can go for Rock Slide here, but Rock Slide's not going to do too much to my Torkoal. I think I'm going to Leaf Storm the Gigalith slot and actually go out in my Torkoal because I want to get rid of this sand because this sand might allow Gigalith to live the terrain boosted Leaf Storm. Although it might seem crazy, I don't know the calc off the top of my head, and I really don't think that Torkoal is needed to win the game anymore. Anyway, it's a great Pokemon. I just need to get like chip damage on the Lilligant, and my opponent knows Tapu Bulu is a threat. I'm pretty sure it's like a Will-O-Wisp that might be incoming, and maybe a Protect from the Gigalith just to get the Will-O-Wisp off, and then double target the Lilligant slot. So let's see. Heavy Slam coming out, and that's targeting down the Tapu Bulu? Yeah. Okay. Was not predicting that, but great for me. Player Rought's gonna come out, target down the Tapu Bulu slot. I was not anticipating that. Life Orb on the Mimikyu actually. Leaf Storm gonna connect with the connects with the Gigalith, and that should be the game. Okay, there we go. There we go. I think I made every single read I needed to do in this game. I feel like I played perfectly, actually. I'm surprised my opponent just didn't go for Rock Slide flinches, to be honest. And if it was Life Orb, I don't know. What kind of Mimikyu is this? 3 turns of terrain left. I am gonna, I guess Sleep Powder doesn't lose me anything. I don't need to Leaf Storm because I don't really need to chip damage. And I'll Eruption. I mean, either way, I think I had the game for in the back. Mimikyu doesn't get any spread moves, so gonna take that game 2 pretty convincingly. I liked how I played. I think getting better. Made up for that first loss with me going for Feint into that Arcanine slot. Yeah, I should have just Ice Punch. But we're coming back. We're coming back. Alright, let's see. Can we get a... I don't think I ever went... Well, no. I have gone negative before on the series, but I don't think that happened often. I'm pretty sure that only happened like 4 or 5 times. So I really don't want that happening again. So let's see if we can get a positive record here. 2-1 would be very nice here. Let's see though. And another win would put us in the 1700s, I believe. So let's see if this works. But, man. Oh man. 1670 rating from Japan. Okay. Okay. The team of Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Garchomp, Celesteela, Gyarados, and Arcanine. I already don't want to play this game. Okay. Because my opponent probably just leaves Tapu Koko, Garchomp. I don't have a lead for that. Actually, no, I have, well, does he lead Arcanine? He might lead Arcanine. Oh, boy. It might be Scarf Chomp, too. Okay, Pokemon I want to bring are Gyarados, Weavile. Oh man, Xurkitree could do so well, but I don't have a form of speed control other than Weavile, which doesn't help Xurkitree's case. Maybe I should. Well, do I want to lead Weavile Gyarados? I think I will. It's risky though, because Tapu Lele and Tapu Koko are both Pokemon that can be brought here. Celesteela shouldn't be brought, I think. Arcanine's definitely going to be brought here. Garchomp, Tapu Koko, I definitely see. Tapu Lele. Yeah, I think those four would probably be the most likely Pokemon that my opponent brings. Oh boy. We're going to have to play some very, very risky mind games already. From the start, I already don't like how this is going to look. Because it's a lot of 50-50s, and I don't want to lead Torkoal Lilligant here. I could, yes, Bloom Doom does knock out the... I don't know if it knocks out Garchomp. I think it does. Well, depending on how invested it is. Celesteela Arcanine, not what I was expecting, but this works. This works. Weavile Gyarados will take the field. I need to get my Dragon Dance up as... Oh, boy. What if it's Tapu Lele in the back? I really don't expect Tapu Lele here. We see the Arcanine, Celesteela. I think it's Garchomp and Tapu Koko in the back. It makes the most sense to me, in my opinion. And this Arcanine is slower than my Gyarados, so I feel like it wouldn't have Wall Charge. Usually the ones carrying Wall Charge run quite a bit of speed investment to outspeed Gyarados. I don't mind if Celesteela gets a Beast Boost right away, because again, Torkoal just beats Celesteela 1v1. I'm going to fake out Dragon Dance. I really don't... Okay, we just see Protect. That's alright. That's alright. Okay. So, we actually see a double Protect here. I don't feel like Celesteela was threatened at all, so that's a really interesting double Protect. I would have just went for a Fake Out, or a Heavy Slam or a Leech Seed, to be honest. Dragon Dance is going to be set up from the Gyarados. So, now we're at a neutral attacking Gyarados here. My opponent doesn't exactly have a switch in. To be honest, I kind of want to save my Weavile and go on to Torkoal, but that would weaken the power of my attacks. I think I'm going to Icy Wind here. Yeah, I'm going to Icy Wind and go for a Waterfall, I think. I kind of want Dragon Dance again, but I don't think going for Dragon Dance twice is necessary in this game. Because I only need to outspeed Koko. Waterfall, here we go, into the Arcanine. Picks up the knockout. Oh, it's a critical hit. That probably mattered, depending on the investment, and I'm pretty sure it's a bulky one. So that probably did matter. And I do apologize to my opponent for that. Even though it does work for us. Icy Wind, gonna drop the speed. Heavy Slam gonna come out. -1. I don't think Weavile's living though. Yeah. So Weavile goes down. Not too bad of a situation though. As Beast Boost is gonna activate. Maybe I should get another Dragon Dance up. Oh. Because it could be kind of sloppy depending on the Koko. Go out into Lilligant here. Well, I do have Tectonic Rage though, so at least that's something. Okay, so Tapu Koko is going to come out. I'm not sure. I don't think my opponent expects Tectonic Rage. But Focus Sash could be a bit of an annoyance, but I don't feel like it hurts me at all. Because if it is Focus Sash, it goes for the Thunderbolt into Gyarados and then knocks out the Gyarados. However, if that's the case, I mean... I get a free switch into Torkoal, and I can after your Eruption the following turn, since Celesteela can't knock out Lilligant, even with Flamethrower. So, let's go for Tectonic Rage into the Tapu Koko slot. Gonna get as much damage onto the Tapu Koko as possible. I guess if this is Sub Celesteela, it's an annoying issue because it can set up Sub, and then Leech Seed stall my Torkoal out. So I gotta be careful of that, but no Protect's coming out, so it's gonna be the... Tectonic Rage into the... It's going to be Tectonic Rage, and it will target down the Tapu Koko. And the reason why it went for Sleep Powder into the Celesteela is electric types are not immune. I mean, fly types are not immune to status, well, sleep status, because they ignore the fact of the terrain. So, Tectonic Rage knocks out the Tapu Koko, so we're up 3-2. Let's see if we hit the Sleep Power. It doesn't really matter to me, but we do connect it, so that's an extra bonus. So, like, what was I gonna do? Like, Leaf Storm doesn't do anything. If I miss Sleep Powder, it's not the end of the world, because Celesteela doesn't really do much to me. Again, I always have Torkoal in the back, so I don't need to worry about the Celesteela, especially since it can't do much damage other than Flamethrower. Like, unless it has Sub. That's like the only issue, if it has Sub. Here we go. Garchomp. That's a big threat. Double targeting it. No doubt about it. Should I Dragon Dance? It might be Scarf Chomp. It might Protect, though. That's like the thing. You know what? I'm Dragon Dancing, because Garchomp might Protect here. It's just going to go for Rock Slide. It's Scarf. Okay, we do confirm that. So let's see. Okay, Gyarados gets a Dragon Dance off. That's huge. Because now we have a +1 Waterfall coming. If we can get the Leaf Storm off, that's pretty big. We get the Leaf Storm off. It does target down the Garchomp, which does a huge amount of damage. Does Celesteela wake up here? It woke up. And gets the Flamethrower off into Lilligant. Will that pick up the knockout? No, it doesn't. Okay. And I can just Sleep Powder the Celesteela and go for Waterfall into the Garchomp. It's already confirmed Scarf, so Gyarados will be able to outspeed the Garchomp, and Garchomp can't Protect. Waterfall will be able to knock out the Garchomp at that range, and let's see if we hit the Sleep Powder or not. Sleep Powder does connect with the Celesteela. I don't mind this too much at all. Celesteela will take a turn of sleep, and I think I'll just switch out the Gyarados. Well, yeah, I think I'll switch out Gyarados into Torkoal, because I get to get another round of Intimidate, as well as I get Torkoal in, Protect, go for an After Eruption, and see if it's able to pick up the knockout, because I think it's the faster way to knock out Celesteela here. But my opponent's going to forfeit. I think my opponent realized that Torkoal's in the back, so my opponent can't win otherwise. So we will take the game. Nice. So we are 2-1 in today's episode with this team. If you did like this episode, please leave a like down below. It really shows your support. You can also check out the team down below with the QR code, as well as a placement of the team. You can check out previous episodes if you haven't missed any episodes of VGC 17 Back-to-Back Battles. And as always, you can check out my social medias. Check out my live streams on Twitch. You can follow me on Twitter for any updates. You can support the channel with Patreon. Follow my Instagram. Even though I don't really do anything on Instagram, it's just there because why not? And yeah, that's all I have to say. Yeah, I think that's all. I have no idea. But see you around in the next episode.